Good morning and welcome to America's Home Cooking. Today I'm making Farmer's Buttermilk bread, but instead of the buttermilk in it, I'm going to use my discard in it. Alright, we're going to have to preheat the oven to 375. You're going to have to grease and flour a 9x5, and I showed you how to flour those. Okay? Now, in a mixing bowl, we need, this has whole grain, so we really don't have to do much with this one. You need, I got 1 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour. Just making sure that I didn't have an air bubble in that one. And you're going to need, hold on. Rye flour, you need 1 cup. Now, I ran out of rye flour, so I know pumpernickel is just a coarser rye flour. Once you know this, you can play around with them. So if you have pumpernickel, you can use it in place of it. Rye flour is more refined, that's all it is. You want 1 cup of rye flour. I might even try to make this recipe with oat flour and see how it comes out as well. You know, because some people like rye flour more, other people like oat flour, so I might make this recipe again in the near future, and we'll sit there and try it with oat flour. Believe you me, you can do a lot with things. You want the brown sugar? Okay, they need 1/4 of brown sugar. I'm using light brown. You have a choice of which one you want to use. I am actually going to serve this with cube steaks today and eggs. I just think it'll be nice. It'll be different. I always go in that direction anyway. Now, baking powder, they want 2 teaspoons. As you can see, I've got to make baking powder too. And I did not get to the salt because I was canning yesterday, so I'm just hoping I have enough here. I definitely have to make this. Let me put it over here. I did not get to my salt either, as you can see. All right, now, for those of you who are buying your baking powder in the store, you're going to have to add a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda with this recipe. If you make your own baking powder, leave it out. All right, you need a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Okay. I really have to do this one too. I have everything, it's just I've been so busy I just haven't been able to do it. Okay, we're going to mix this up. I am going to try this with oat flour next time I make it, just to see how it comes out. I'm actually mixing everything I gave you, I put in one bowl. Alright, I'm just mixing it up, so don't think I left you out of anything. I didn't. Put this to the side. We're going to put some liquids together now. Now you need, if you don't have your discard, by all means go ahead and add 1 cup of buttermilk. I'm going to use the discard in place of the buttermilk, but you need, okay. And you're going to need 2 eggs. See, a lot of these tea breads that you make, it's basically, you have dry ingredients in one area, and you have the liquid in the other, then you put them together. And you need 1/4 of a cup of vegetable oil. I use corn oil when they say vegetable oil, unless it specifies something else. Okay. All right. Oh no, this is not going to work. Don't even tell me to do this. Okay. They want me to do something that I'm not going to do. Because I know it's going to sink to the bottom, and that's why I don't want you to do it. All right, we need you're going to put 1/2 cup of oats in here. As I always tell you, they have to be coated. If they're not coated, they're going to sink to the bottom. You don't want this to sink to the bottom, and the oats will sink, so this is why we're going to add it back into here. Where did I put that lid? I had it. And now we're going to sit there and chop 1/2 cup of walnuts coarse. You want 1/2 cup of coarsely chopped walnuts, and we're also going to add it into our flour mixture, because if you don't, you're going to sink to the bottom. And you want your breads to look, when you cut it open, the nut is floating through and the oats are, and that's what you're striving for. I love nuts. These are just coarse, so you'll have bits and pieces. I told you, I had some crazy friends. They made moonshine. I said, your parents find out, they'll kill you. They said they won't find out. I said, yes, they will. Those two were entrepreneurs, and they were sophomores. I said, God, they're going to do it. For all I know, they have a liquor company. You know, they're making their own liquor. See, by coating them like this, you're guaranteed that the batter will stick to them and suspend them. I don't know if I need this. I don't know if they want me to do it with a fork or not yet. Okay. You take it. You don't eat nuts. Make a well in it. My husband's aunt used to sit there, and she would sit there and say, let me use a fork right now and mix it up. I want you to just stir this together, but I just figured I'll go ahead and use the fork. Because they had to grind the flour and grow everything, man, if I left this much in, she said I was wasting. They used to scrape it clean. They did not waste anything. I think people are more appreciative when they have to do it themselves. When you hire people with money and stuff, it's nothing. But when you do it yourself, there's more of a pride. If it gets damaged or something, because you made it, you get really upset. Because you're the one who put a lot of effort in it, and you didn't want it to get messed up. And if you did mess it up, you'd be able to fix it. I think that's why I used to enjoy sewing so much till I came up here. Everything's plastic now, elastic this and elastic that. But I don't enjoy sewing as much as I used to, and I really did enjoy it a lot. This is why I scrape bowls clean. Auntie, she said, "You're wasting, Sandy. You ever think about a hard time?" Because she lived with us. She said, "You have no idea. That little bit you leave behind, you look at it and you don't want to waste it." So she's gotten me into doing this. I told you a lot of people influenced me. With their knowledge, things they went through. I listened to the elders and what they went through, because remember, my time, they were still around the people from the Depression, so you could listen to them and learn a lot. You know, my husband said, "If it ever got bad, Sandy, our pets are going to become our meal." I said, "Tony, they're family." He said, "Yes, they are. If push comes to shove and everybody's starving, they become the meal." I was very upset when he said that, because I love my pets. And I think it was because my mother made me eat my rooster that I used to play with all the time and everything else. So I was a little sensitive to all of that. Okay, now we'll find out what they want us to do next. I don't think they're done with it. Smooth. All right, they want us to sprinkle 1 tablespoon of old-fashioned oats on top. Well, it might be a little more than, well, I'm just going to get that later out because there's so little left in it. Okay, we're going to put this in the oven and bake it for 50 minutes. And I will see you in 1 hour. Okay, here it is. That's it. That will be served with steaks tonight. Listen, you have a great day today. Bye-bye.